Hello guys, you're welcome to another segment of our tutorials on Edinite technologies. So for today, we are going to be talking about how to create a calendar wizard, how to run a calendar wizard using CorelDraw. Okay, so you are going to join me as we journey step by step in the processes that are involved. Okay, so first of all, we got to understand what CorelDraw is all about. Yeah, so for the purpose of definition, CorelDraw is a vector graphics editor and graphics suite that can be used for digital painting, desktop publishing, and production art. Okay, so in summary, what it's talking about is that CorelDraw is a designing application that can help you to create designs. Okay, and those designs can be sent for printing afterwards. Okay, so CorelDraw is used for a variety of purposes, which include graphic design, production art, and image enhancement. Then for graphic design, you can use it to create logos, brochures, newsletters, business card, magazines, newspapers, and the rest of them. Now for production art, you can use it for sign making, for cutting and engraving, and the rest of it. Now for image enhancement, you can use it for correction, distortions, adjustment, perspective, and refining details. Now, let's look at the screen features of CorelDraw. Okay, now what you are seeing here in this picture format is the screen features of CorelDraw. Okay, so you have the title bar there, you have the different bars, the property bar, the standard bar, the toolbox, and the rest of it. Now, this is like a detailed handout that explains the CorelDraw graphic designing package extensively. Okay, so if you're gonna be needing this particular handout, then you are going to drop a comment on the comment section, and then we'll send it across to you. Okay, all right, so you're seeing the screen features there. You can see the description. It provides tools for creating and modifying objects in the drawing. Okay, then the documents tab lets you quickly move between open documents. Then you have your title bar, displays the title of the current document you are working with. You have the menu bar and the rest of it. Okay, now this is the handout. Okay, when you scroll down, you will see, you get to understand CorelDraw, the theory aspect of CorelDraw. Okay, this is what this handout is all about. So like I said before, if you need a copy of it, just drop a comment on the comment section and we are gonna attend to you. Okay, all right, so let's move ahead to the CorelDraw application proper. Okay, so this is it. When you launch your CorelDraw, let's launch the CorelDraw. Okay, so from my desktop, I can locate my CorelDraw and then I launch. Of course, when you launch the CorelDraw, you will see an interface. This is the interface you are gonna see when you launch the CorelDraw. Now, this is the welcome screen, as you can see it over here. Welcome screen. Now, it is asking you whether you want to create a new document or you want to use an already existing template. Okay, no, these stuff you are seeing here are already existing templates you can use to create a design. Now we want to open a new document, so you click on create. Definitely you are going to see this dialog box for creating a new document. Now you are being required to put the name of the document you are going to design, the name of the design you're about to make. Okay, let's just put a calendar wizard. Okay, this is our calendar. All right, now you leave every other thing as it is except for exceptional cases when you decide to make changes to any of it. But our advice, you leave every other thing as it is, and then you click on what? Okay. So once you click on OK, it will launch the CorelDraw interface, and this is your CorelDraw. This is your home page of the CorelDraw, and then like like you were seeing in the handout I was displaying before, this is just the actual look. That's the screen features of CorelDraw as it is. Now the first thing you see here is the title bar. Now in the title bar, that is where you have your calendar. That is the name of the document or the name of the design you are creating. So this calendar, I'm the one that set it, you remember? All right, so you give it a particular name of your choice. That's it for the title bar. It bears the name of the document you are working with. All right, now after the title bar, just below it you have the menu bar. Now the menu bar ranges from the file down to help menu. Okay, so this is the file menu. Once you click on it, you see a drop down, and these are drop down options under the file menu. Likewise, the edit menu, there are drop down options, the layout, objects, effects, bitmaps. All these are individual commands that performs different functions in the computer system. Okay, so as time goes on, when we're working with the CorelDraw, you will get to learn all of it, and what they are used for, all these commands, what they are used for. Okay, all right. Now on the standard bar, that is the next bar under the menu bar, you have a standard bar where you have the shortcuts to some of the commands in the computer system. Yeah, like the new, you have it here. So for easy access, that is what the standard bar, it displays different commands for easy accessibility. You have your new here, you have your open, you have your save, you have open from cloud, you have this one save to cloud, and the rest of it you have your undo, redo. These ones are not active now because you have not started designing, you have not done anything on the CorelDraw. So once you start designing, it will be active, so that when you want to when you want to undo changes or you want to redo changes, it can help you to do that perfectly. Now the next one you have here is what your zoom control. Now this displays the different zoom levels you have on the CorelDraw window. Okay, so we'll get to know how it works in the course of our design. So just flow with me, flow with me. All right. Okay, the next one under it you have what we call the property bar. Now the property bar displays the properties of the document you are currently working with. The properties of the documents you are currently working with, or the properties of the design you are currently making. Get me right? So now, for instance, when I invite a particular tool, tool, which is the rectangle tool, once I make a drawing of this, just be looking at the property bar, you will see the height and width of this particular rectangle is changing, and then once I'm done drawing it, I'll just drop my tool by pressing the space bar, simply pressing the space bar to drop your tool. Okay, so this is your rectangle. If you want to resize, you click and drag from this end to resize. Alright, so now on the property bar, you are going to see the properties of this particular rectangle I've drawn now. Now look at the height of the rectangle, which is 139.368. Now you have the width of the rectangle, which is 240.559 millimeters. Okay, so that is it. Now from this same property bar, you can decide to increase the line width. From here, you can decide to increase the line width. All right, you can see the thickness of the line is being increased. When I select any of these, if I select 3, you see how it displays. If I select 5, you see how it displays. Okay, so this is with the help of the property bar. That's why we can do this. And now you can change the line style. Okay, you can change it to dotted lines. okay, depending on what you want. Now that's it for the property bar. Let's click on the main page again. Now clicking on the main page, you will see the property bar the way it's supposed to be by default. Now the first command there helps you to set your page properly. Okay, now you can set your page from the different various paper sizes that are displayed here. Okay, so depending on the drawing you are about to make, we are about to make to design or to create a calendar. Okay, so what do? Big calendars make use of the paper size we call A1. Okay, so I'm going to be employing this particular paper size in our course of design. So I'm gonna be using A1. Okay, so once I click on the A1, you will notice that there are changes on the page, on the working page. Now you go back to your zoom control and bring it to page. Okay, once you bring once you set your zoom level to page, it will center the printable area, that is the printable area you are working with in your design. Okay, so you'll be able to see everything you are doing inside the page. All right, so I'm gonna delete this rectangle at this point. I'll delete this. Okay, so the page is now free. Yeah, so now this is the height and the width still on the property bar. And now if you want the calendar to be on landscape or portrait, you can also do that. This is setting your page, actually your page setup. Now you can set your page to landscape or to portrait before we continue. Okay, so after the property bar, I guess you're following, you see the toolbox. The toolbox is vertically placed here. Okay, you will see the different tools from the pick tool down here to the interactive fill tool. All right, so when you look carefully, you will notice that there are little black arrows, towards the down part, the bottom part, the bottom right of each of the not each of the tools, but most of the tools. Okay, so this means that there are other hidden tools inside of them, because this is the screen feature of CorelDraw, and all the commands and all the tools cannot be displayed. There will be no space for that. That is why on the menu bar you can click on Find Menu and see different commands there. All these commands, they cannot be placed at the screen feature, the welcome screen. No, it's not gonna work. So that is why they are being hidden under a particular menu. Now the same thing applies to your toolbox. So these toolbox, there are different tools that cannot be placed exactly in the same position with all these ones. Why? Because of space. So they are now placed under a particular tool for easy accessibility. Okay, so to access them, you click on this black icon here. You can be able to see other hidden tools inside of it. Okay, you have your pick tool, which is already there. You have your freehand tool, free transform. Now when you come to the second tool, when you click on it, you see the shape tool, the smooth, smears, twirl, attach, repel, and the rest of it. Even under the rectangle, there are other commands, the rectangle and the 3D rectangle. And you have your ellipse tool and the 3-point ellipse tool. So just take your time. This is CorelDraw, and you need to take your time gradually and get used to all these tools you have here. Okay, now there are videos on this, and you can easily get it on our YouTube page. Of course, we remain Edenites Technologies. Will bring to you tutorials on each of the applications you use in your computer system for easy digestion and easy comprehension. Okay, so you can search us on our handle on YouTube at Edenites Technologies, and then you can have free access to all the video tutorials we have done there. Okay, so right about now we are going to be getting to business. Yeah, let's get to business. So We want to create a calendar wizard right now. So how do you do that? On the menu bar, you can see different menus here. You have the table, the tools, and the rest of it. But we are going to make use of the tools for running this calendar wizard now. Okay, so when you click on tools, you go to script. From script, you click on run script. Then you see a pop-up. It's asking you the macros in. What do you want to do exactly? There are different projects under this place, like the calendar wizard. You have your color chart creator, you have your convert all to curves, and the rest of it, down to the VBA project. So, but we want to run a calendar wizard, so that's what the option we're going to select. Having selected this, you click on what? You click on run. Now, the calendar wizard dialog box will appear like this. For you to be able to view it properly, I'm gonna expand it. But I hope you're following to this point. I'm gonna expand it. When you click on expand, you can be able to see the preview very well. Alright, so this is the calendar wizard, the pop-up, and from here you can be able to edit and create your calendar wizard the way you want it to be. Okay, this pop-up allows you to create your own calendar as you choose or as you like. Okay, now for the first one, you have the calendar date, which you see the year here, which is 2024, and you see the option for all and none. Now it's asking you whether you want to select all the months. If you want to do that, you click on all, and then you see that all the months are selected. But if you need only one particular month, then you have to click on none, and then you select that particular month. If it's January, good. If it is April, you need good. If it is August, you need good, and the rest of it. Okay, so now we are going to be working with all the months. So I'll click on what? All. Now going down, you have your calendar language. The language we are using over here is English. So, but if you want to change your own language, you can click on the arrow here and access your language. You have your French and the rest of it. You can decide to choose any language of your choice. Okay, so but for the purpose of this particular tutorial, we are going to be making use of English. Alright. Now, you see another option, the week starts on Sunday. This helps you to choose on which day you prefer the week to start on your calendar wizard. Now you have your Sunday. If you wish the week to start on Monday, good and fine. You click on it and then you see the preview. Whatever thing we are doing right here, just make sure that you are looking at this preview. Okay, this preview is going to show you what we are doing exactly, and you'll be able to comprehend very quickly. All right, so now let's leave it on Sunday. If you have holidays, you can decide to put a holiday. Assuming you have a birthday coming up on January 29th, maybe you just put the date here. January is already there on the month. You can just put a day, 29, and then the name of the event or occasion or holiday, you put it as birthday, which is going to be a free day for you. Okay, so once you have written the name and you click on add and modify. All right, so once you have done that, you close. So you will notice that on the preview, you will see that the 29th of January already has a written note below it, which is the birthday. Okay, you see the birthday written just below it. All right, so that's cool. And then when you go to the layout, you can now decide which particular layout format you want to use. For the first one, you have month large. Now the month will be large. Only the months will be large. Now you have the second one large and too small. So all these you can go through it yourself. But for the purpose of this design, I'm gonna be using this particular one because I want to insert an image inside. Okay, so we'll make use of this. Let's make use of top and bottom. Okay, yeah, I think this is cool. So the image we are going to insert will appear here. All right. Okay, so what do you do next? You check out for the layout and the small heading and the small body. This is your page layout already. Yeah, so you can barely make changes to it. So you have the small headings and the small header and the small body, so you can decide to make changes to them, starting from the text email, the text color. You can make changes to the text color if you wish. Okay, I'm not gonna make any change. You can do that by yourself. And then coming to the small body, you can decide also to make changes to it. If you want it the orientation to be horizontal, if you wish it to be vertical, anyone you want, you're gonna do that by yourself. Okay, so all this allows you to make changes to your month, calendar month. You have your font. If you decide to change the font of the small body, you can change it from here. All right, let's make changes to that and see how it goes. Okay, you see how it appears here. Now for the big body, you can decide to make changes to the font. Maybe we'll use black opaque. Okay, so you see how it appears there, which is nice, So if you still want to show the year, you can check this particular place. Then you see January 2024. But if you don't want the year to be to appear there is no need. So you just leave it unchecked. Okay. Now, having done this, you have already concluded more than half of the steps required for you to create or run a calendar wizard. Okay, so there are other options here which you yourself, you can go through it at your leisure or whenever you are creating your own calendar. You can go through them and then you understand what they are used for. Okay, so once you are done, what do? You just go back and click on generate. So the way our calendar is on the preview here, this is how it's gonna be when you print it out or when you run the calendar wizard. So once I click on generate, this is what happens right now. You see a pop-up, finished generating the calendar. You click what? Okay. And what do you do next? You close. Now, this is your calendar. You can now decide to make changes to it. As you zoom in, you see the different months, January to June. Okay. So now, I might decide to put a picture in between at the middle here, just at the center. Probably I'll invite an image by importing using the shortcut Control+I, you import. Now you search for an image that will suit what you are doing. You can get it from your saved pictures. So we can make use of this particular picture. We import it. Once you click on import, you notice that the mouse pointer has changed. It has taken another shape, so it's expecting you to click and drag to draw the particular shape you have just imported. Okay, so you can be able to size as you like. Okay. Now notice that all these months they are still standing alone. They are still standing alone individually. So you can make changes to it. So once you have inserted the picture that you need, since they are still standing individually, you can just click and drag across it to group it. So once you click and drag, you use your Control+G to group, and then you have created a calendar for yourself. Okay, so this is your calendar and it is set for printing. So once you are done, you connect it to your printer and then you send to the printer. Now, let's try another option because I don't want us to dwell only on one. So let's try a second option, creating another, running another calendar wizard. Okay, very simple. You know how to do that. Select all, and then we select. Let us make use of the left and right this time around. Okay. Okay, let's make use of this. Let's make use of this time around. I think this is nice. Alright, so you come to the small header. You can decide to make changes to the color. I want to make this one a bit colorful than the first one. So you can select a back picture. You can select orange as the back picture. Okay, so that's what we have there. Now that's for the title. Then for the header, you can also do the same. Alright, you can also do the same for the header. So I've given it a light blue color to make it a bit colorful. Then for the small body, you can make changes to the color also. You can decide to give it maybe a touch of this. Okay, so for the highlights, you can also decide the color you want the highlight to be. Red is already very okay, so we don't need to make changes to this. Alright, so we leave it like that. Okay, so having made changes to this, so this is how your calendar is going to appear once you invite it on the page. Okay, now you have your horizontal and vertical. Okay, let's leave it at horizontal and then we'll click on what? Generate. Finish and close this. Okay, so this is your calendar design. Alright, so at this point you also invite an image into the working environment by using your shortcut Ctrl I to import. Okay, you can select another picture at this moment. So maybe we're gonna use this. Click and drag to make a perfect design. Okay, so you place it here as it's supposed to be. You can resize or reshape as the case may be. Alright, so having done this, you have successfully created your calendar wizard. You click and drag across it, Ctrl+G to group, and you are good to go. So you can always send to printer whenever you like. So at this point, we are done with this tutorial. If you have any questions regarding any of the steps we took while generating this calendar wizard, kindly drop it on the comment section. We are gonna attend to you. Like I said before, if you are just joining us, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, on the notification button, and like the video you just watched. Thank you and see you in our next tutorial. Bye.